following is 100% totally fan-made, so please enjoy and always support the official release. Girls! Girls? Girls! Aw, man, where are they? Oh, hey, Alvin. What are you doing? I'm looking for the girls. What are you doing here? I was just looking for Eleanor. It's movie night. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, but we have to pick out the movie. I'm not sure what to watch. Hopefully not a scary one. Ahem. What are you guys doing outside our house? Looking for you. Don't you realize what we've got to do? I'm sure whatever it is, Alvin, you can do it by yourself. I have got some clothes to try on. Yeah, and I bought a new microscope. It's more powerful than my older one. Hopefully I can see some interesting stuff.
Oh my gosh, and we've got to plan movie night.
You guys think that stuff is more important? Aren't you gonna at least ask me what it is? Fine, we'll humor you. What is it, Alvin? You got new shoes? Of course I have. But that's not what this is about. You guys should know. You care about fans, don't you? Fans? Are we, missing a concert or something? Brittany? What? The Munkcast. The little web show we do? Yeah, of course. How can I forget that? Exactly, okay? So put down your little bags and let's get to the studio. We're sorry, Alvin. I'll get Simon. Let's go. Hello! Welcome back to your favorite YouTube series. And I don't say that lightly, because it's true. You're here, aren't you?
That's right, everyone. Remember, Alvin, it's not all about you. We are the Chipmunks, and they are the Chipettes. And we are here to respond to your fan mail, be it comments, questions, videos, artwork, impressions, whatever you have. We are gonna look at it on this show.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Brittany, and this is my sister Eleanor.
Needless to say, they've gone through this whole spiel before, Brittany. We don't need to talk about that.
And I'm Jeanette, but like Eleanor said, they already know all that, so... But if you have never seen the show before, well, we're talking Chipmunks, and... Yeah, like we haven't done it a billion times before. Come on, who's got the list of fan mail that we've picked out? Handpicked, I might add.
They're prompted on that screen. We went through this before we hit record, Alvin.
I don't get it. Why is it only voices? I thought we were going to record ourselves. Well, Alvin, if you came here on time, you would have heard what we said in the meeting before the show. There was a pre-show meeting? How am I supposed to know that? You think I'm some super genius mind reader? 'Cause I'm not. No, Alvin. We just expect you to turn up. When we say we're recording it at a certain time, it makes sense for you to be there at that time. Okay. Keep your panties on. I'll just, make up for it in, how well I answer the fan mail. Yeah, that'll do it. Keep my what? Alvin, you're impossible.
Okay, guys, for the sake of Alvin's tardiness to the meeting, and to the show in general, and for the audience who have no idea what we're talking about, I'll explain. We decided to go for an audio-only podcast thing because it's logistically better for you guys to get content faster. If we need to record ourselves and edit things out, which it sounds like we have to now anyway, it just takes more time. This way, we can point and shoot. You guys get the content faster, and we get to answer your fan mails on a regular, weekly perhaps.
But can't we just point and shoot a camera? I don't get it.
Alvin, it's called a Talking Heads. And yes, we could. But it would need 6 cameras, which then we would have to all edit together every time we say something. It's complicated, and we might continue to do it that way, but for a weekly thing, it's not possible. This way, it's weekly. Understand?
Yeah, I guess.
All right, so, Jeanette, if you would be so kind as to press that red button there, it'll bring up the first piece of fan mail that we have.
Oh, this one? Sure, here we go. Good luck. It is a bit of a lottery if you get your question on the show. Sorry. Okay! I'll go first, because I'm the awesomest one. And the first one today of this brand new season is from... MLBTOH? Mulibita?
I believe that stands for Miraculous Ladybug. It's kinda obvious.
Oh, yeah, I totally got that. Yeah, no fooling me. Anyway, they say, hi, Brittany, Jeanette, and Eleanor. Always for the girls. Oh, this question is gonna be slightly difficult than you expected, so sit back, I guess. How do you girls feel when you don't get enough attention when trying to have your voice heard? It's totally frustrating. I mean, I'm used to being in the spotlight, right? So, when people don't pay attention, it's like, hello, Brittany's talking here. I just have to remind them who they're dealing with. A little extra sparkle never hurts either. Well, it can be hard for me sometimes. I try to speak up, but if no one listens, I feel small. But I've learned to be more confident in what I have to say. Sorry. I've learned to be more confident in what I have to say. I know my ideas are important too, even if I'm not as, loud as Brittany. What?
Oh, well, I just like to stay positive. I know everyone has their moments, and it's okay to feel left out sometimes. Trust me, I know. But I remind myself that people care about what I have to say, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. And if I really need to, I can bake some cupcakes and get everyone's attention.
Well, I hope that answers your question. Simon, would you like to go next?
Thank you, Alvin. That's thoughtful of you, even though it's my turn. Anyway, Blake Gormank, I hope I'm saying that correctly, says, question for the Chipmunks and the Chipettes. For each of y'all, have to be correct grammatically. Well, for what he's typed. You don't have to explain that. Of course. Anyway, are each of y'all going to create your own YouTube channel? P.S. Brittany, you are my favorite. Will you please be my friend? I love you.
Blake, you're so sweet. Of course I'd love to be your friend. As for the YouTube channel, I'd definitely given it some thought. I mean, with my style and fashion tips, I could totally create a channel that's all about glam, beauty, and how to be fabulous. Maybe even do a few vlogs about my day-to-day life. How fun would that be? Oh, I am so in! My channel would be all about pranks, challenges, and maybe some cool music videos. I could give everyone a behind-the-scenes look at what it's like to be the most awesome chipmunk in the world. Trust me, it would be epic.
I suppose if I were to create a channel, it would focus on science experiments, tech reviews, and maybe some educational content. I'd love to inspire others to explore the wonders of science. I could even do a series on how things work, something smart and informative.
I think I would create a channel where I share my love for books, DIY projects, and maybe even some quiet activities like knitting or making crafts. I could also do some science experiments, and some with you, Simon.
Absolutely. I would love to have a cooking and baking channel. I could share recipes, do some cooking challenges, and maybe even teach some basic kitchen skills. Plus, I'd have a lot of fun collaborating with my sisters and the Chipmunks for special episodes.
Oh, I'd love to do a food review channel. I could try all kinds of snacks, sweets, and maybe even some cooking with you, Eleanor. It would be all about delicious treats and finding the best foods. Oh, and of course I'd make it super fun and cheerful.
Okay, well, that answers that. Theodore, would you like to propose the next question?
Sure. Willcliff, 4532, says, hey, Chipmunks and Chipettes. My question is for Simon and Jeanette. Is it natural to have figments of your imagination? Because I'm including Dave in this BTW, cause when I'm alone, I like to imagine that I'm talking to you guys. And Dave. Love you all.
That's a very thoughtful question, Will. It's actually quite natural to have figments of your imagination, especially when you're alone. Our brains are incredibly creative, and imagining conversations with characters or people we admire is a way to explore our thoughts, feelings, and even solve problems. It's like a mental exercise that helps you understand yourself better, so don't worry. Your imagination is just showing how creative and thoughtful you really are.
Yeah, I agree with Simon, Will. Imagination is a wonderful tool, and it's perfectly okay to use it to create comforting or inspiring scenarios. It's a way to feel connected and express your emotions, even when you're alone. Plus, if it helps you feel less lonely or more understood, then it's a good thing. We're always here for you in your imagination, and in spirit, too. Okay, so the question I've picked out is from Party Rock 2081, and it says, question for all, what would happen if you couldn't get off the island in time? Oh, well, if we couldn't get off the island in time, I'd probably start planning some epic survival strategies. I mean, I'd make sure we had everything we need to stay safe and comfortable, of course. I'd try to keep everyone's spirits up, but between you and me, I'd definitely be more than a little freaked out, especially if the volcano didn't get us.
Well, if we were stuck on the island and the volcano had dried up and created pumice and so on, and we were safe, when we were stuck there for an extended period, the first priority would be to ensuring that we had access to fresh water, food. We'd have to establish a shelter and keep track of the days so we could plan our next steps. I'd also try to find ways to signal for help, perhaps using some makeshift tools or a giant fire. And of course, staying calm and organized would be essential.
Oh no, being stuck on the island would be kind of scary, but I think we'd all stick together and take care of each other, right? I'd help gather food and maybe even try to make the best of it by exploring the island a bit more. As long as we're all together, I think we'd be okay. Ugh, being stuck on that island would be a total nightmare. No more shopping, no more glam, just dirt and bugs. But I guess we'd have to stay strong for the others. Maybe even get creative with some island fashion, because I am not walking around in the same raggedy clothes all the time. Or wearing flowers. At least it's better than walking around naked. But I digress. I'd definitely be counting the days until we leave. I'd probably focus on helping Simon with finding ways to make our stay on the island more manageable. Maybe we could learn from some of the local plants and animals, and see if there's anything useful we could use for food, or even medicine. It would be important to stay hopeful and keep working together to find a way off.
Well, assuming my ankle is better, I'd try and make the best of the situation. I'd probably focus on keeping everyone fed and making sure we had a cozy shelter. We could all come up with, activities to keep our spirits up, like cooking, by the campfire, or telling, stories, like camping stuff. As long as we're a team, I honestly believe we could handle anything, even being stuck on an island.
Okay, next, Golden GC8K says, I have a question for Simon and Jeanette. How is your robots, Gizmo and Sela?
Gizmo, he's doing great. Thanks for asking. I've been working on some upgrades recently, making him even more efficient and capable. Now he's able to help me with even more complex tasks, like data analysis and even some basic repairs around the house. Definitely when he wants to. Gizmo's definitely one of my proudest inventions. When he's not, misbehaving or doing the opposite of what I say.
Zila has been doing wonderfully as well. I've been teaching her some new skills, like organizing our room and even assisting me with experiments. She's become so invaluable, and I love how she's developed, a really cute personality. She's always so eager to help and learn, and we're both really proud of our robots. Right, Simon?
Absolutely. In the end, he did accept your salad tongs and paper clips, and that little accident with Zila really changed him a little. It humbled him for definite. So he's getting there. He's getting better.
How did you guys even make those robots? Did you put ChatGPT in there or something?
Absolutely not. It's our own programming, right, Jeanette?
Yeah, it was really difficult.
And we think that we did a pretty good job. But you guys totally made, sentient robots. You understand that, right? They're, alive. Even Jeanette's cries. And Gizmo gets sad as well. They're really advanced. You guys don't know what you've made, right? Oh, well, it's complicated, yeah. Probably shouldn't, let them go public then, should we? I don't think the world is ready for self-aware robots. But that's the problem. Zila totally got hit by a bike because she was out in public, following your robot, Simon. Oh, yeah, that's true. Perhaps we should be more careful. Okay, so my question that I've picked out is from James Antoine, 4318. It says, "Hey, I have a question for the Chipmunks and Chipettes. What do you do with bullying in school?"
Bullying is a big deal, and it's not cool at all. If I see someone getting bullied, I don't just stand by, I step in and try to stop it. Sometimes bullies just need to know that what they're doing isn't okay. And if it's really bad, I definitely get a teacher involved. No one should have to deal with that alone. No one.
Bullying is something I take very seriously. If I were being bullied now, or if I saw someone else being bullied, I'd try to speak up. It's important to tell a trusted adult, like a teacher or even Dave, because they can help stop it. Also, I think it's important to be kind to others and stand up for people who might not be able to stand up for themselves. Unless they're stopping you from going into the bathroom, in which case, that's a long story.
I don't like bullying at all. If someone's mean to me, it makes me feel really sad. But I know it's important to talk to someone about it, like my brothers or a teacher. And if I see someone else being bullied, I want to be there for them, but I'm only small. But I try to make them feel better. We should all look out for each other. Bullies need to know that they can't push people around. If someone tries to bully me, I won't just sit there and take it. I'll stand up for myself in a smart way. And if I see someone else being bullied, you can bet I'm gonna step in and let that bully know that they're messing with the wrong girl. Confidence is key. Absolutely. Bullying can be really hurtful, and it's important to deal with it in the right way. I believe in speaking up and letting someone know what's happening. Whether it's a teacher or a parent, a friend, telling someone can make all the difference. And always try to be kind. Never be cruel, because you never know what someone else might be going through.
I hate seeing anyone get bullied. If I'm being bullied, or I see it happening to someone else, I'd want to talk to a teacher or someone who could help. I'd also try to be a friend to the person being bullied, so they're not alone. It's really important to spread kindness and stand up for each other. If you're being bullied online or in person, it's never okay. Not cyberbullying, not name-calling, not body-shaming. It is never cool.
I totally agree. Body shaming is just plain wrong, and it really hurts. I think that everyone is beautiful in their own way, and no one should ever feel bad about the way they look. Unless you're wearing horrible clothes, but that's different. That's something you can control. I've learned that true confidence comes from loving yourself, no matter what anyone else says. When people try to bring others down by body shaming or bullying, it says more about their insecurities than anything else. I believe we should all support each other and celebrate our differences. No one deserves to be ashamed for their body, ever.
Wow, Brittany, that sounds like it's a pretty touchy subject for you.
Of course it is. People try to use that tactic on me because I'm all about fashion. So when someone tries to body shame me, it's really hurtful. But I've learned not to let it get to me. I know that my worth isn't defined what people think my body shape should be. Comments like that are just shallow and mean. And they say more about that person making them than it does about me. I believe in loving yourself for who you are, and that means embracing every part of yourself, no matter what anyone else says. No one should have to feel less because they don't fit into someone else's idea of beauty. Whoa, well said, Brittany. You should put that on Brit's Picks for fashion tips. Oh, you can count on that. All right, everyone. That is our last question, or it was our last question, or fan mail, whatever you want to call it. But fear not, because these Munkcasts this season are 100% weekly. That's right, we are releasing these episodes once a week. What that day is, you know, but we don't, so don't ask, because we don't know that much. We just make them and give them out to be upload it, so, whatever day it is today is probably the day it's going to be on next week. So if you've got any questions or whatever you want to say, as long as it's clean and PG, put it in the comment section below. Or you can join our Discord server, and you could leave links to video questions or upload some of your own art. No AI art yet. We might include it in the future, but for now, just your own art. Or whatever it is you want to put in there. Like I said, as long as it's appropriate. That's all we have time for today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, and of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Very important. And until next time, guys, don't forget to always keep on munkin'.